These changes can affect your wallet. Medicare Part B changes for 2023. Let's go. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Wesley and I make content about Medicare. Why? Because it's confusing as heck, and like many of you out there, I also am helping my parents figure out this confusing world of Medicare and Social Security. So in any case, let's get to today's video. First change I'm going to talk about today is the Part B premium decrease. Now, this dropped about $5 from previous year 2022, so it's almost $165 per month for the Part B premium. The reason for this is because Aduhelm did not cost us as much money as it previously was thought. Aduhelm, if you're wondering, is a whole nother topic, a whole nother video, which I have actually made a few videos about, and I encourage you to Google it because that saga is actually criminal, what happened to American taxpayers. In any case, let's move on to the next one. The next change for Medicare Part B in 2023 that I want to bring up is the cost of living adjustment, also known as the COLA adjustment. So this means that you should be receiving an additional 8.7% on your Social Security check. To find out what your exact amount is, what you should do is take the monthly amount you're receiving from Social Security and then multiply that by 1.087. So for example, let's say you're making $1,500 per month times 1.087, and that gives us our new monthly amount that you should be receiving in 2023. Now, I have made a few videos on this as well. Feel free to check those out. Also, check out the card above from YouTube that has an entire playlist on the videos that I've made about this. And this doesn't really outpace inflation, but it is actually better than nothing because the COLA adjustment isn't guaranteed. We did not receive one of these in 2010, 2011, or 2016. So something is better than nothing, but yes, it is far from being perfect and is still short of what inflation is doing to other rising costs. Another big change for 2023 regarding Medicare Part B is that the Medicare Part B deductible dropped. Yes, a lot of people don't know that Medicare Part B actually does have a deductible, and this year it dropped about $7 to $226 from the previous $233 in 2022. And just as a refresher, a deductible is the amount that you must pay before your insurance actually kicks in. These are very common in all forms of insurance, including auto. That's probably the biggest one where you're used to seeing a deductible, meaning you have to pay the deductible on a claim before the insurance will kick in and pay out the rest of the amount. Next topic we should talk about for changes in 2023 for Medicare Part B is the high income earning bracket. So high income earners have to pay more for Medicare Part B. Now that bracket has been adjusted for inflation. So in 2023, those single filers that make more than $97,000 per year are most likely going to have to pay more for Part B than those that make less than $97,000 per year. And if you're married filing jointly, that amount goes up to $194,000. Now, of course, there's an appeals process for this if you feel that you are unjustly categorized into this category, and it is currently based off the 2021 tax return. In addition, the max that a person could be paying for Medicare Part B could be as high as $560.50 per month. Now that is for the very high income earners, those earning $500,000 or more per year. But again, anyone over $97,000 as a single filer and $194,000 as married filing jointly on their 2021 tax returns, claiming that as income, are most likely going to be subject to a higher Medicare Part B premium. And the next change for Medicare Part B in the year 2023 is that Medicare Advantage is expected to increase once again. So since 2004, Medicare Advantage enrollment has increased each and every year. So now we nearly have half of people who are eligible for Medicare enrolled into a Medicare Advantage plan. What is the reason for this? Well, it's just plans have just become too unaffordable for a lot of people, especially with costs of life and living just increasing in general. Paying extra money per month for health insurance just isn't feasible, especially for those who are living on a fixed income in retirement. On a personal note, my parents, who are divorced, each has a different plan. My father has a Medigap plan and my mom has a Medicare Advantage plan. So there really is no right or wrong. It's a matter of what works best for you. Each one is in enrolled in the right plan for them. My dad did enroll into a Medigap Plan F when you were still able to get those. However, in the future, it is very likely that he will switch to Medicare Advantage because as he gets older, it is probably going to become more unaffordable for him to pay that Medigap plan. Now he's good, he can afford it, but if it becomes more expensive, which is likely as he ages, he may possibly switch into a Medicare Advantage plan. So another big change in 2023 is that kidney transplant recipients will now have access to immunosuppressive medications for life. Previously, the timeline on this was only 3 years after they received the new kidney. Now it has been extended to full lifetime of access to immunosuppressive drugs. Now this isn't fully Medicare Part B, however, it is better than the way it was before, and the access for life is better than the 36 months that was previously allowed. So another big change in 2023 is that those with ESRD or end-stage renal disease now have access to a Medicare Advantage plan. Before, it was most economical if someone had end-stage renal disease to get a Medicare or Medicare supplement plan, also known as a Medigap plan, in addition to a Part D prescription plan to give you the most economical coverage option. However, that option wasn't always available in every state, especially for those under the age of 65. Now, for those who are under the age of 65, they are eligible to join a Medicare Advantage plan, and in states where a Medigap plan isn't available, this option is definitely better than the previous alternatives. This doesn't necessarily affect Medicare Part B solely, but I do think it is a positive point to mention. And as always, folks, comments are welcome. I think that a positive and informative discussion in the comment section can lead to a very great learning experience for the next person. So if you have some constructive, thoughts or viewpoints that you would love to comment and get across, feel free to drop them below. Definitely want to encourage you guys to teach each other, and you can use my channel as the vessel to do that. I am happy for everyone to get educated as much as they possibly can, especially if I didn't cover something properly or there's something else that you would like to see discussed in a future video. In addition, definitely check out the links and resources in my video description, as well as look for my book on Amazon. It is available to purchase on Amazon. The book covers actionable steps to cut your prescription Part D costs. So I know a lot of you out there are taking prescriptions, and if they're generic, you're probably not paying much, but for those few that have a prescription such as Enbrel or Eliquis, and that cost might be kind of high, you definitely want to know what you can do to lower those costs in the next couple years before the Inflation Reduction Act kicks in. Now, I also think you should check out one of the videos either here and here. And before we go, I just want to say it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys in the next video.